All right. All right. So we're like, I'm going to set these right here. I'm going to talk about it, man. All right. Rusty, you going to help her cook? Yeah. Let's do the introductions. Morning, Cub.
Morning.
Morning, everybody. Welcome to another train wreck at the Bear Cave. So, we have a special guest, Keto Mike. Mike. Rusty.
Hey, Rusty.
Hey, man.
Rusty.
Nice to actually talk to you.
Mike. Cub. Mike.
How
Mike,
you doing?
Cub.
Hey, Cub. Now, are you
Yeah.
Cub 1, 2, or 3?
She's 3.
3.
But
Okay,
she's the original Cub, so figure that one out.
I got you. Mhm.
So, tell them what you're drinking. Let me
Monster.
get some more coffee.
Monster. I got.
That's the one that they got at the auction. I took pictures of that last night to see if Tamara wanted some.
Yeah, we went to the.
I got my monster.
See, I can't handle the monsters, but these things right here. These.
The bangs.
Yeah. The peach.
Yeah, you got
mango,
me drinking. You got me drinking them bangs.
They're good. They're too good.
So at the auction house we go to, the man's got sweet or watermelon sweet tea bang.
Mm.
I haven't tried it yet because I don't want to buy a whole case, and because the case is like $10, and I don't want to buy a whole case and not like it.
How many is in a case?
What is it? 8, 12 or
Oh,
12?
12. Yeah, they had those 12 cases. Now, Costco was carrying the bangs for a while and they stopped. But it was a variety pack where it was a 24 case. So, and that was the only time I had seen the 24 case. So I didn't know if they had another with that. And they've also got one where they have them in cartons with 4.
Yeah, I've seen the case at Sam's Club.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And then,
Well, I don't know where Cub went, but what we were chatting about, I'll go ahead and get that while she's waiting.
I haven't found any of their teas that I like yet. They're not bad. They just don't tickle my fancy.
Right. So, what Rusty found, you want to tell us about it?
Yeah, I was just going through Goodwill, just checking stuff out. I was at a job and had some downtime waiting for a download to finish. Walking through, and they had these 2 skillets, and they were only $5. This Wagnerware Sydney. It's a 0 pan, and it's number 8. And then we've got the BSR.
So typical of old Wagner's is it's a spinner. You see it kind of spin?
Yeah.
So what happens is these go, somebody cranks this up on the high, throws it on there, it heats up too fast, and it always warps down. So this was under high heat for too long. It eventually warps down because it was probably on a small eye on your stove instead of the big eye.
Right.
So when you're for like cooking out here, it's fine. On an electric stove, you'll notice that this will heat up more here, but it'll be fine. On a gas stove, it'll be fine. The problem comes glass top or the induction top because they heat up, they sense the stuff on the outside of the pan. That's where your problem will come with a spinner. And it'll wobble while you're cooking, but most of the time it doesn't matter. But that's what a spinner looks like.
Yeah, my stove top is glass top. It's electric, but glass top.
Right. And this one would be fantastic if it wasn't a spinner.
Right.
Because it's a flat bottom, no heat ring, so that would be perfect for it.
Well,
but this one's got, you can see where the crud's not there.
Right.
That's where the small eye was, and it's worn. So you can tell that that's one indication of it being spinner.
Oh wow.
But it's got some crud on it. So Rusty brought it to me. We're going to drop it off in the live tank and let her soak for a while. You can tell that the Wagners have this triangle right here where the handle meets the pan.
Right. Yeah.
They're coming up good. There it is.
I see it. Yeah.
And then your handle, it's yay long, about as long as your middle finger.
Okay.
And this is smooth right here. This little teardrop is smooth.
Okay.
So those are indications. If you ever find a skillet and you're like, I don't know, it has the number right here. There we go.
Oh yeah, number 8.
Number 8, which is for size 8-inch on the wood stove.
Okay.
So you have the size number here, and if you flip this over and there's no markings at all, but it has this, and it's smooth right here, then it's a Wagner.
But it's just
Okay.
so reliable.
I have one that
It's
has a
reliable.
typewriter font right here that is what they called an unmarked Wagner.
Uh-huh.
And that was sold at like department stores like Woolworth and stuff like that. Sears. So that's stuff to look out for. And I actually have one that has absolutely no markings on it, which is really awesome.
Wow.
And
My
this is
pickles.
yep. Hey Charlie.
Hey Charlie.
And this is made in Sydney, Ohio, which is my hometown.
Oh wow.
Yep.
That's really the reason I picked it up, because I saw Sydney on the bottom of it.
Okay. Well,
Now,
okay. Guess
Oh.
Continue talking.
so this other one is a BSR Century series. This one's like 1956, 7 to 80s. And you can tell this one, it's got some crud and some corrosion, but what makes this the BSR, see the font size right there?
I do.
So it's a typewriter, and it has a heat ring.
I
So
saw the ring.
This heat ring would sit inside the number 8i. So on your wood stove, you'd pull that plate out, and this would sit on top of that plate, and this heat ring would keep it from sliding. So this one, it says number 7, but it's number 7. So it's like an 8-inch pan. 10 and a quarter would be from here to here.
Spout to spout.
Yep. So it's a 10-inch pan. It's like one of the most common. Woo, baby.
That's an attention getter.
Yeah, Charlie loves it. That's why Charlie comes in every Sunday. So also with the BSRs, they have the Red Mountain and they have the Century Series, and there's a couple others, but they all have right here where the spout meets the pan.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see the raised ridge?
I do.
So this raised ridge, and it runs all the way down to the teardrop handle. It's raised. That is on all BSRs. Birmingham Stove and Range out of Birmingham, Alabama.
That's cool.
So anytime you find something and it's all corroded up and you can't tell, always look at the handle.
Right. Now, how bad are the handles to heat up while you're cooking?
I don't find too much of a problem. I put them on medium heat on my electric stove,
Right.
and 5-10 minutes preheat, if that. And then, because like once you touch the sides, you're good to go.
Right.
If you touch the side and it's hot, you're good to go.
Right.
You'll get your sizzle. But if you're
That's
doing
That's a good test method right there.
yeah. So anytime you got it sitting there, this will take a little longer to heat up, but always keep a rag or something around just to help. Because sometimes they do get really hot if you're cooking something that takes a long time.
Right.
Set that over there. So those are the new pieces that'll be going to the light tank. As soon as I empty it out, I got all your other pieces in there.
Okay, Dad, are you ready for us to continue?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So now that I rambled on for 10 minutes.
Yeah, eggs.
So we are. It kind of slipped my mind, but actually I didn't even think about it until last week. It is Dr. Seuss month. So I know a couple years ago they tried to cancel Dr. Seuss, but it came up on my Facebook feed that I had tried to do green eggs and ham.
No.
And I was like, oh yeah, it is Dr. Seuss month, which is, I guess, celebratory of this is the month that he was born.
Yep.
So
March 2nd, wasn't it?
I think so.
Same day as my wife's birthday.
How is the missus, by the way?
She is doing pretty good. Pretty good. She has good days and bad. Some days are better than others as far as memory, but what she has, her memory problems are short-term memory problems, and the long-term memory is still there.
Oh, good.
Yeah. But we can be watching a show and she'll say, "Okay, tell me what I don't remember the previous episode or something. Tell me what, catch me up." So I have to catch her up. Once I tell her a few things, she catches it. She says, "Oh yeah, I remember now."
Okay. Well, good. I have problems where I just stop. my memory just it skips like a CD skip.
Let's hope it didn't get on your.
Yeah, hers can do that sometimes too. Yeah. It's we can be sitting there and she'll ask me the same question 3 times in 10 minutes.
Yep. I know that feeling.
She said, "I'm sorry, I keep asking the same questions." I know, and I said, "It's okay."
As long as you answer them the same every time, it's fine.
Yeah. 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 That's true.
You give her a different answer every time, then it's
Oh yeah, we got problems. Yeah. Especially if she starts recording it and saying, "Okay, you said this."
Separate the yellow
I did.
because exactly. So now you color the egg whites.
I did.
And I tell her, the kids and the grandkids will call her and tell her something, and I'll say, "Look, if it's something important you need me to know, don't depend on her to tell me because she won't remember."
Right.
So you gotta call me and tell me. Like if we're supposed to be somewhere to see something happen or what, some event or something like that.
You separate.
You best be calling me and tell me because she's not gonna remember.
Yellow and blue make green.
Right.
You can take blue food coloring and add it to the yellow eggs and make another green that way.
Okay.
So
So what
you got? The funny thing about Dr. Seuss, when I was growing up, he was my tormentor. I thought he was the devil because I could not. All right, I'm a fast reader.
They're just cooked separately.
And when I read out loud, I have a stutter
Dad, you didn't get the bacon.
because my eyes are farther down the page, and my mouth is back here to the back, way back here on the other side, and so I end up with a stutter. And the way he wrote his writing style used to drive me nuts because my stutter I could not get rid of it. But the way I get rid of it, like when I was reading to my grandkids and all, or to my kids, I did accents for each character. I had a different accent for each character, a different voice for each character. So of the book that I was reading, and that way I could concentrate and I wouldn't get too far ahead of where I was reading.
I think I had dyslexia because I would see words that weren't there and make words up, but it was back when I was a kid. I mean, that was just meant you couldn't read well.
Yeah.
But
that was the same with me. That they used to say, "Well, he's just not a good reader." I could read the heck out of it if I read just read.
Yeah, I always had trouble reading, period. But I always kept a Dr. Seuss book, usually Green Eggs and Ham, in the bathroom.
Okay.
So if I wasn't playing Tetris, then I was reading Green Eggs and Ham.
Wow. See, I never owned a Dr. Seuss book. I didn't want one. He tormented me without knowing he was doing it.
There was only a couple of his books that I kept around, like One Fish, Two Fish, Three Fish.
One fish,
Right.
two fish, red
Red
fish,
fish,
blue
blue
fish.
Yeah, that one.
Jorge. We have George.
Hey George, what's up, buddy?
And
yeah,
we have and Olive is in the house, I see.
Yep, she's over there. Show off Olive. Show her little legs. Look at that.
I have Senor Avocado, and Senor Avocado is Olive is stepping out on Popeye with Senor Avocado.
I was looking at avocado oil the other day, and I was like, wait a minute.
Just got a bottle last night at the auction.
Well, that was
olive oil.
Yeah, that was olive oil. I was like, I got olive oil, which I'm using more and more daily. But I also have a big jar of bacon grease, and I was getting ready to do. Ghee. I was getting ready to make ghee, and I was like, wait a minute, go nice and slow. There we go. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit here and see if I can't.
Stop it!
See if I can't. There we go. Oh, this dang thing! I tell you what,
She made a shamrock. She made a shamrock.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
What?
She made a shamrock for St. Patty's Day.
Yeah.
There's Rusty. There's a new one right there that has the better edges. I just picked that one up for $5 at Wally World. And it's got the beveled edges all the way around.
That's nice. That'll help scrape up a lot of fond.
Pancakes.
Yeah. So what was I saying?
I don't know.
I don't know. Jorge's laying in bed.
Been there, done that.
Yeah. Let him heat up, Rusty. Then they'll pop off there.
Yeah, well, the trough here is going to take a lot longer to heat up, so I'm just trying to get it out.
Oh, Steven, my brother, how are you doing?
Yes.
Okay, I have a
He's in
Okay.
Lordy, what, Trinidad? Is that right?
Trinidad and Tobago, yep.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, his green seasoning looks amazing.
Oh yeah.
I need to try that stuff.
I think I could accomplish it.
How you doing, Stephen?
I was writing down the grocery list to go get it, and the list.
Mix those, so you're going to have to use
I did the same problem I have all the time is I have the list in my head, and I don't write it down thinking I'm going to remember it. And you know what happens?
Yeah, I hear
When
you.
I get to the store, I can't find the list.
See, I usually keep the grocery list in my head, and I do forget an item here every now and then. But my wife, she wants to write everything down. I'm fine with just having it in my head.
Okay.
Well, I started keeping it in my phone as a running thing, and then each time I go to the grocery, I know that I need coffee and I need dog food or something like that. So then those are always on there. Then I add stuff as we go.
Well, if you go to like Kroger, in their app on the phone, you can create a shopping list.
Yeah, I think so. We don't have a Kroger right close. Like the closest one's about 45 minutes away in Columbia.
Oh yeah, that's too far.
Yeah.
Harris Teeter's owned by Kroger. It's the same thing.
But it's not.
It is not the same thing.
It is in my line of work.
Well, it's not.
Yeah, it's not the same when you're a shopper.
When I was at Fort Jackson, we used to go right outside of the gate and do our grocery shopping at Kroger.
Okay, Cub, I'm missing what you're doing, baby.
Okay, well, I have an idea.
Ooh, that was not what I wanted. This is I'm playing with the screens a bit and trying to figure out what I'm doing.
Hey, I'm always trying to figure out what I'm doing.
I don't know how I got here, but I messed up. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. No, wait. No, you press the thing over there. Drag the camera, drag the picture that you want to be the big one.
Okay.
And drag it over to where the big one is.
It's not dragging. I need to get a mouse instead of the stupid keypad.
Got one in the car.
Anyway. Heck, I walk through the grocery store and still forget stuff. Yep, I'm with you, buddy. Oops. There we go. Let's see.
I understand, Stephen. Stephen said he can walk through the store with a grocery list and still forget stuff.
Right. I do that all the time. I mean, it's bad. And then I'm finding excuses to go to the grocery.
Oh, I always do. I hate shopping, but I could go to the grocery store and shop anytime, any day. I love it. I love doing it.
I use it as a way to walk.
That's a good way to walk.
So, and I'll go down aisles that I don't have any idea or reason to go down a baby food aisle. But,
yeah,
I'll go down it just to walk.
Mm-hmm.
This is so weird.
Yeah,
would you like my yolk?
Whoa.
I just wish all the stores would lay out each store the same as the other one. All of them be uniform.
Right. Right. I mean, and it's one of those you're like, I know where everything is in Walmart, but then you go to a different Walmart and two aisles are different.
Yep.
Which, eating the way that we do or trying to, you don't go through the middle aisles. You don't need to.
No, I very rarely hit the middle aisles. The only thing I'll go in the middle aisles for is like canned green beans. If I can't find anything that was frozen or fresh that I wanted to get, I'll hit that and get the canned green beans, and that's it. Or the palmini noodles. You can get them if I'm going to do something with palmini. You can get them on the middle aisles too.
Yes, and I like the palmini noodles.
I do too. They're good.
Oops, dang it! That
you're not ready for this.
I'm trying to get there.
Now,
if this works out the way that you envision it, this will make a great thumbnail picture.
I know, and I'm glad it's gonna be me.
My wife said, "Will we try to find something?" And she'll say, "I can't find this," and I said, "I'll figure out where it is right now." She said, "I'm just going to ask somebody." I said, "No, I got it." And she'll say, "Well, why can't you ask somebody?" And I said, "Because I'm going to look it up right here on the app."
Yeah.
If I'm in Walmart or I'm in Kroger, the app will tell you exactly where in the store for that particular store.
That really comes in handy.
Okay, Dad, are you ready to see this?
Okay.
Here's her.
Her version of
genius child here. Her idea of making a great thumbnail picture for this cook. She wants to make an over easy green egg.
Well, yeah, that's how the original.
That's
and that's the picture in the book.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so the first things we did was separate yolk and white and put the food coloring in and made just the green eggs. Now we've separated the egg and white. She kept the yolk whole. We're going to put down the green white and then try and add the yolk to it before the flip to see if we can do that and make it just like the picture.
So the in the book, the whites were white and the yolks were green.
Right.
And
we don't have the technology here to do that at this studio.
I've tried that and it's not easy.
Now I could get one of my old insulin needles, suck in green food coloring and poke it in the yolk and try and inject it.
Yeah.
But as soon as you break the membrane of the yolk goes everywhere.
Yeah, that was a problem I had before. Okay, let's see what you do, Cub. Rusty. Oh, man.
Trying to make it roundish.
You know, that would be George, you're right. That would be a great thumbnail.
Yeah.
Shoe shopping, Steven. I hate shoe shopping.
I don't like clothes shopping,
Do
period.
you have
I
a
don't
wider
either.
spatula?
Nope.
Man, I wish I'd have brought my spatula.
I looked at getting one of those big burger spatulas,
Yeah.
and Blackstone's got, and I passed it up twice. Okay, 4 times. But who's counting?
All right. Very gently place the yolk right there in the center. The eggs have time to solidify.
Wait. I need a phone. I need to take a picture of it right after you drop it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Give me a phone.
No, he's right. That's the perfect moment to take that picture. Because if it does mess up later, you got the picture.
Okay, are you ready, Dad? Everyone?
Oh, wait. Am I blocking the view?
No.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay. Move real fast. Oh, my goodness.
It worked. Now, see, by taking the picture now, if when you flip it, the yolk moves and doesn't want to stay there, you're good.
Nobody
You're
knows.
gold. Exactly. You're gold.
Man, this is the fun part of this show.
I am a genius.
It's
Yeah.
all about, what Tom says. You got to play with your food,
Absolutely. I make an egg where I do this with the yolk and the white. But what I do is I fold the white in over the yolk
Try and flip it this way.
Okay.
and serve it. That's a great sandwich.
Yeah.
That's great for a sandwich doing that.
It's gonna be
There you go. Flip it over. Just flip it over.
Basically fold it like a bed sheet.
There you go.
Look at that. It flipped perfect. Oh,
There you go.
now maybe the yolk and it'll marry being underneath it.
Nice job.
Yes, indeed. That was an excellent flip.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Thank you, Esty.
So, dang it. Now the wife's going to be mad if I come home with another spatula. Because I looked at that burger spatula that's like really wide. It's like, I don't know,
Oh, yeah.
8 inches wide or something. Walmart had it, and IKEA. We were at IKEA yesterday, and they had it.
This is going to come up now.
And I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't need it. Oh, Carrie's in.
Hi, Carrie. Hi,
Hello,
hon.
Carrie. Hello, Carrie.
Hey, I already got the picture, so it's good.
So,
We'll make another one.
where is your kitchen?
This is in the garage.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, is it in a shed out back or is it in the garage?
No, we are in the garage.
I
So,
love that evidence. I love it that you can do this in the garage.
Yeah, we had I had gotten these kitchen cabinets from some friends of ours that were remodeling their kitchen, and they said, "Hey, do you want these cabinets?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, because I need them for the garage anyway." And then we were at Cabela's, and
Okay.
we found this 2-burner Camp Chef stove marked down. I mean, it was less than half off.
Yeah, they were like $60.
And
we both grabbed one.
so we each got one, and I mean that's what I use. It come with the cast iron griddle plate, and then because I have Rusty's 2-burner stove over here, that
I've never even used my 2-burner stove in my house.
no,
You opened it up. It's been here the whole entire time.
it sat in his back room for, I don't know, probably 6 months or so, a year. And then I did an unboxing video on it after I've been using mine for a while. I did a leg modification to it. And so I just put it out here, and that's what we use. So I have a mini Blackstone, basically, but it's cast iron.
Right.
And
yeah.
so I just kind of left it set up here and started slowly trying to turn it into a little studio.
There you go.
I mean, because I'm a guy. We don't put cars in the garage.
Not usually, because my truck, it's hard to fit it in the garage.
Bless you.
Now, my wife, she insists on putting the vehicle in the garage, and she's got a Prius, so it does go fine.
My wife said she would, but I mean, we're in the South, so you don't have the harsh winters like we had up north.
No.
So
you may be getting some harsh weather if it comes to if it's going y'all's way, because it's storming here.
Yeah, it'll probably come across. It may move because of the lake. It may move north of us.
Yeah,
it seems to do that.
Let's see. I don't know which way it's headed. Let me look at the radar.
So Carrie says hi, Nolan. Happy for you, girl. George, I haven't bought work boots in a couple years, but that's because I've been laid out with. But that was the main thing I wore all the time was work boots and socks. I mean, otherwise I barely wore tennis shoes.
You may get it.
There you go, Carrie.
You're probably gonna get this. Lee.
Yeah, they were talking. I had the radio playing while I was setting up, and they said that there was a nice storm coming this afternoon.
Yeah.
Which it rained a lot yesterday, but then it heated up to like almost 85 yesterday.
Oh man.
Yeah, we got hot here.
And
it rained. Our rain came through during the night and the early morning yesterday.
So Carrie,
and it was a floater. It was a frog choker.
Yeah. So Carrie, this is Keto Mike. Keto Mike, meet Carrie.
Hey, Carrie.
She is she's a good friend. She's been around a while. She's her TikTok buddy. Yep. She does a lot of off-road stuff on her TikTok.
Cool.
They go and do what's the machine? The little razor, the what they call them, UTVs.
Side by side.
Side by side. That's what. That one looks kind of blue.
Yeah.
So is it the same name? Is it the same name on TikTok, Terry? I'll look you up.
I see Traeger and Weber come out the flat tops. Yeah. So my girl Reagan with Hungry Heroes.
Mm-hmm.
She is a Traeger. She's sponsored by Traeger, so she's like one of their ambassadors. And they sent her a flat top. And so she did like an unboxing video. So when I talked to her the other day.
What the hell are you doing? Someone call for
that was my phone. I'm trying to find that was a video that was on the phone. I'm sorry.
Oh, I had a flashback of Mrs. Doubtfire.
I was trying to find her TikTok. I forgot it was going to play a video as soon as it opened up.
Oh, I'll forward you.
It was just one of whatever it popped up. I don't even know what it was.
I'll forward you one of hers after this. So anyway, I asked Amanda about that flat top. She said she was pretty awesome, but it's the same as any other, Blackstone or Pit Boss or whatever. But it's pretty cool that it's a Traeger. The Weber one, I've seen a couple things on it, but the one that Smoking Jazz Barbecue's got, it's basically like this with a griddle plate on top of the grill.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's the exact same thing, but yeah, I did see that they went on to do that. Blackstone for the win, in your opinion? Yeah, Blackstone's a tried and true. Oh, she got it. She got another one.
Look at that.
Yeah, Blackstone's they've just been around. They've kind of industry standard, I think.
Right.
I've been reading a lot of the Pit Boss people that are having trouble with the ceramic coating and that kind of stuff. And same thing with the Blackstone ceramic ones that they're having trouble with that, with the E series. But I think the Members Mark or something like that would be just as good.
Exactly.
I know I worked with a guy who had a Blue Rhino, and that was the Lowe's brand, and he loved it. Didn't have any issues with it. But
Yeah, if you see where I've followed you on there on TikTok and it says Keto, my little logo is Ketorific Journey and it'll say Dirt Dauber 1956. That'll be me.
Well, on top right now.
Yep. Nothing beats real fire.
We're trying to
No, you're right. That's a fact.
see how thin it is.
Yeah.
It's probably going to tear on this one.
We had the E series for a while, and
Round two.
I bought it because I wanted, a Blackstone, but I didn't want to get into it, and I really didn't need it because I have this camshaft set up here, and so I was going to give it to my oldest daughter, and we played around with it for a little while, didn't we, Cub? And Cub didn't like it until she made pancakes.
Yeah.
See that thing's made for making pancakes on. And
Yes.
but if you got to do something with bacon on a stovetop type surface, that's perfect for it right there. That's the great part. And burgers, oh Lord, and a burger on there, that's where it's supposed to be made.
Right.
And
And
I'm really one of the strange people. Burgers, I much prefer them having them on my grill than I do on the Blacktone. Smash burgers, I don't do them. I don't like the crispy texture that it gets whenever the Maillard reaction, whenever it goes onto the. I mean, I just personally I don't like it, and so I never cook burgers on my Blackstone. I always do them on my grill.
Good.
busted it.
Yes.
Yeah, Rusty's like really picky. It's easier for him to name things he likes than what he doesn't like.
I'm on the seafood eat food diet.
The only thing I don't like is radishes and mint.
I'm picky about what I want mint in, and I'm picky about how the radish is done.
I can remember my aunt. So we would always do like we had the big Tupperware veggie tray.
Uh-huh.
Where you put the big ranch dip right in the center, and then you had all the compartments on the side.
Right.
And you would fill it up with carrots and broccoli and cauliflower and cheeses. We cube up cheese. And my aunt would always have, a container full of radishes, raw radishes. What's up, Big D? What's up, Tamara?
Tamara.
Good morning, y'all.
So hey, Tamara.
And she would eat radishes, just dip it in ranch and raw radishes.
Growing up, that's the way we ate them at home. Mom and Dad always had the red radishes.
And I tried that, and it was, it was just.
Well, see, back when I used to garden regular, and I'm gonna try and get back into that. You could, if you plant radishes, it's only like 21 days from seed to being able to pick and red radishes to seed to pick them and eat them. And we would do those. We would plant those, and you could plant them several times while the other stuff is growing. And for some reason, now the old wives' tale at least is that if you plant those, the bugs will eat that, and it won't care for what you have else planted. They'll get a taste for that. Well, I don't know if it works or not, but it always seemed to work for me. The bugs stay away from all the rest of the stuff, and they go for the radish leaves on the coming out, and the radish is down below the surface, so it was fine to eat. You just pull it up, and there it is.
Huh.
Now you may have experts say, "Oh, it don't work." Well, it worked for me, so I don't know.
It's really thin.
Well, I had this yolk.
Raw radishes, they were great. That's just the one thing that I couldn't get into was.
And I really liked them when I boiled them to make a version of keto mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
I really thought that they were go ahead and do it now. I really thought that it was good.
Well, you're getting good at this, guys.
Look at this.
You want a high five?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Got a folded egg white with a yolk in the middle. I love it.
Getting the yolk to marry with the egg white and cook together is what is going trickiest right now. Because whenever I go to flip it, the yolk just rolls off because it hasn't bonded with the white.
Right.
Just elope already, please. Mr. White.
And I think we got a little bit too much heat here.
Yeah.
Well,
If they start sticking, and you turn the heat down.
now, if you slice the radish, the red radish, if you slice it super thin, it's better in a salad that way. Now, as far as for the potato end of it, if you're gonna try and do it, I think that the daikon radish would probably, the daikon, whatever pronunciation is supposed to be, might be a better choice of radishes for that than over the red radish.
Good morning, Mandy.
Hi, Mandy.
Hello, Mandy.
Out of eggs.
So, what's interesting, Mike, is Amanda, is my cousin in Noonan,
Oh,
right south of you.
yeah. Cayuga County.
Yep. Oh, there's a flip.
Close.
I'm up in Gwinnett County.
Oh yeah, Jorge says that's a good idea, Jorge. He said dome it to finish the egg.
Yeah, dome will work perfect. You can pull
You
it
got a little
straight
bit of
off.
water
You don't
over
have
there,
to flip it. You don't have to flip it. You can just put it on there like that.
Yeah.
And the dome's right behind you. Well, all right, Jorge. Thank you, buddy.
Well,
We're
we
going.
don't have a yolk. I've used all of the eggs.
Yeah,
And
there's a whole nother 18 pack in there, baby. my egg dealer's back in business. So
Hey, I'm telling you, I got to go to the street corners and buy eggs.
well, Rusty's daughter right here. Her in-laws keep us in eggs. She's like, you need eggs? Let us know. So I let her know, and
You know, you can taste the difference between a fresh egg and a store-bought egg. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So let's
Eddie Dutch. Hey, Kent.
And the yolk is thicker
Kent,
than the
how you
white.
doing, my
You
friend?
could possibly put that yolk down and then another
Just
yolk on
make
top
a
of it.
Okay.
basted egg, water, and cover. Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
It's just science.
it's too dark over here. I can't see
Well, that's
anything.
right. Here's a cast iron pan.
I see that.
This is another one.
Uh,
I can't see the dials.
You have them on low. Not that one. That one's on low. That one's on low.
All the way on low. Good.
Oh man.
I am just hilarious.
Yeah. So you're saying I need some more accent lighting over there, Rusty?
Or I need some new eyes.
Well, I think you need both.
well, lighting's cheaper.
Yep. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
The crack dealer started selling eggs. Makes more money that way.
Oh, yeah.
I will say the last time I went and bought eggs, they were down to $3 or $3.50.
Oh yeah, they've definitely come down.
But the canned corned beef is still $7 a dang can.
You know where I found where I get it now? Ollie's. I don't know if you got one nearby.
We do have an Aldi. We
No,
have an
not Aldi. Ollie's.
Yeah, we have an
Ollie.
Right by the armory.
We have an Aldi's, and I always forget about it.
Yep. They got some decent buys on stuff. And if you want the bangs, you can find them there cheaper than you can anywhere else.
Okay,
You
Dad.
can
are you
sometimes
ready?
find them in the Dollar General too. Not Dollar General, Dollar Tree. The $1.25 tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they sell 6-packs and 8-packs of these. At least here, they don't have the full dozen. It's a 6-pack or an 8-pack.
At the dollar store.
At the Dollar Tree.
No, you got they got the 12s here, and they also got singles.
Well, maybe
But,
they'll start it here, but here now, all I ever see is the 6 and the 8s.
And in the Ollies, they've got the bangs in the 12s, and they got them in the 4s too, the 4-packs, and they'll put them in a.
Oh, I was talking
case.
about eggs. I'm sorry, not the.
Oh,
bangs.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you can get the 6. Yeah, the 6. Yeah, you're right. The eggs, they do that. Yeah, you're right. You can get half a dozen.
Ollie's is a good
So
place
go
to get
ahead and
cookbooks.
pour. We're gonna try to see.
Yes. Yes. You
They're
can
a
find
great
some
place.
great cookbooks there.
I had bought Dad one of the
Right?
That's
Kent Rollins
Yeah, because
cookbooks.
there's nothing in there.
no
For like
there
$5 or
is.
$6.
This is the yolk. That's the egg white.
Oh, okay.
You'll
So
see
you said
keto cookbooks by some famous keto folks in there, and
Right.
regular cookbooks by famous folks. They got some really good buys on stuff. I'm impressed with that store.
See
We
how
got
much-
one out here near us in Snellville.
Where do you want me to put my yolk?
And then we got another one over in
right
Duluth, by near the Costco over there in Duluth, just off of 85.
Canned corned beef, so expensive. We pay half the price. Shoot, man. I was in there and it like the one day I sent a picture to Mike and Tom. It was $7 for a can of corned beef. 2 weeks later, it dropped down to like $3.50, and then it went up to $5. Like 2 weeks later, it was $5, and now it's back up to $7 for the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, if you look at the ingredients on the canned corned beef, it's not bad, and you can trim some of that fat off of it before you cook it. It's you can get a decent corned beef sandwich out of that, and it's cheaper than buying a whole brisket.
There, you're starting to get it. We just
Look
turned
at
the
that.
fire off.
Yeah.
It'll take a minute.
Yep.
I go to Ollie's to get my Halloween stuff.
Last time I went to Ollie's, I was taking Tamara there for college shopping. We got
Wait.
things for her to lift the bed up off the floor,
Yeah.
the risers, and just college stuff. I haven't been to Ollie's in a long time.
But she goes to Ollie's to get Halloween stuff. She goes to Alley's she goes to the back alley for Easter stuff.
You got it, yeah, and she shops off season.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the time to do it. You can get deals.
Yeah, so the auction house we went to last night, there was 2 sellers that had all kinds of Easter stuff. And I'm not a decorating kind of person, so
No, me
Okay.
either.
I put up my cast iron, I put up Star Wars stuff and that kind of decorating, but like for holidays, nah.
See, if I had my way, we would not decorate for Christmas. I just much, I might put. I don't care about having a tree. I'd rather have a nativity scene set up. But my wife loves the tree. She loves all the super decorations at Christmas. So I did. I did that. I this past year I did the entire. She went while she was sleeping. I got up super early, brought up all the Christmas decorations right before Thanksgiving, and I got everything put up before she got up. And
Oh, wow.
she woke up, and I'm talking like I woke up at like 4 o'clock in the morning and started decorating. And by the time she got up about 9 o'clock, I had the house decorated and surprised her with it.
Oh,
Look at that. It worked.
landed. Now you got to make some green ham.
No, you never told me that. You didn't say that.
When
Oh,
I,
Lee, take a picture of that and compare it to the other one to see if it's which
Oh,
one
yeah.
looks better as a thumbnail.
okay.
So this is how we finna do this.
Let me see your phone, Cub.
And another thing we did to make this work,
You gotta do green ham.
I got to warm it up.
You want this piece too?
Where we separated the yolk and the egg whites, all the broken yolks, we mixed those up because the yolk is so much thicker than the egg
Yeah.
whites. And so this is actually just a bed of egg yolks with a yolk on top of it. That made it work much better.
Yeah.
And I bet you the steam helped some too.
You don't want your shadow in it.
What's wrong?
Well, she's trying to get a picture of it. I will take some more coffee, Rusty.
They had Cowboy Kent's at the Kent Rollins' book at the Ollie's for $4.99. Wow, that was a deal.
Yeah. So I've got the two of his, but I don't have the third, the newest one.
You know, I want to buy his cookbook, one of his cookbooks, because his recipes that he does, they're not that hard to convert to keto.
No, not at all. Morning, James. I was slacking. I'm sorry. Morning, James. Yeah, I bought one for my dad because we were watching it down here, and he kind of was just like kind of fascinated by the Dutch oven cooking, which is something that I want to do more of, but my preparation in the morning is just not there.
Well, Dutch oven cooking is there's an art to it.
Yes.
You
And
know, it's
what little I've done is great.
yeah,
I enjoy it because you're just sitting there chilling,
right. Yes.
and it's not something that you can just like throw on and go walk away like in the oven.
Right.
I mean, you can if you're outside, but
Right.
And
Right.
that's the only Dutch oven cooking experience I have is outside camping, teaching my scouts. No Dutch oven cooking.
Yep.
cast
Same
iron.
here. Same here. I've done that.
Never use my Dutch ovens in the house.
I haven't either.
I use mine in the house. I mean, that's kind of one of the things that was my little number 8. It's a camp oven. It's got the legs on it. I'll use it in the oven just to, in the videos, just to show that you can use it in the oven.
Yeah.
Right.
Because some people get very on a lot of these cast iron sites or Facebook groups. People will ask the craziest questions.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They will.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. There you go.
I can't reach it. Short and fat is not a good combination.
Look at that.
I'm making purple.
Hey,
What do you think of that?
Dad, I think I
that's
am
pretty. That's your thumbnail right there.
Yes. We're gonna have to set that one aside.
Wait, see, Dad, I told you, just click and drag.
I tried that. Oh well.
Well, I'm making purple eggs.
Okay, so now she's trying purple because
Ah!
why not?
Yeah, why not?
I feel like a mad scientist.
Well, which is good because
Tom Garvey's smiling. She's playing with her food.
What did he say?
he said Tom Garvey's smiling because you're playing with your food. You got to move your monster out of the way.
We're gonna have Barney eggs now.
Last time I went to Ollie's.
Yes, this one. Okay, because hear me out. Yellow, no, not yellow. Blue and green made purple.
Right.
But the
Right.
purple that they made me was not the purpley I wanted. So I added purple.
So you made it more purpley.
I certainly did.
So what's going to be interesting is the month of May is Melanoma Awareness Month.
Okay.
So
I'm looking for
everything.
infrared so I can scan the.
Yeah, I don't have. It's in the house.
Oh, okay.
You just got to use your hand.
I know. I just don't want. I've just seen how it's been burning the eggs.
Yeah.
I'm just wanting to make sure.
Add more oil.
Hmm?
Add more
I
oil.
just did.
Yeah. Add cold oil right before you put it on there. Right before you
See,
pour your.
More oil.
Yep. Just a little bit. Cold oil, hot iron. Might need
Yep.
a little more than that.
Now, do
More
you
oil.
use
That's
just regular olive oil, or do you go with the extra virgin?
It's whatever I can find.
Same here.
It's,
Okay, well, then
I'm
will you
not.
hold this?
I'm not really specific. If I find one on sale, that's what I get.
That's same here.
I think we talked the
Yeah.
one day that I was trying to do, what's his name? Flave City was doing the
Yes.
where you got to get the single origin, and
Yes.
I was down here at the grocery and I was looking at all of them were multi-sourced origin.
You see how? Yeah, this is definitely.
Yeah,
So,
they're hard
like,
it's hard to find them.
Yeah, so actually the one I got last night at the
Oh, my
auction
eggs
house,
are
Just-
bubsy.
the one that I got at the auction house last night was single origin. So it just happened to be, and I got it for $5. So, but I don't get too specific with it because I only use it for cooking. I don't use it for dressing or anything.
Right.
Um,
If I'm making dressing with it, I want the extra virgin because it's got so much more flavor. If I'm using it to cook with and I don't want to, and I'm trying not to let it, I want the higher smoke point, I prefer to use just the regular olive oil, the lighter olive oil. But man, the flavor on the extra virgin is tremendous. And
Yeah.
sometimes I'll mix my olive oil and avocado oil together to get the consistency of what I want for flavor sometimes.
Look, we got a compliment by Tamara. She said it looks gnarly.
I was trying to get
A
there.
little bit
Yeah.
of Gilbert pop, but
Okay, now,
James, what in the name of Jim Carrey are you doing to that pork?
now that
It's called green eggs and ham, buddy. We're celebrating Dr. Seuss month.
Dad, go back to this. I'm gonna try an effect.
Okay,
I don't think it's gonna work, but I'm gonna attempt.
10 pounds of wings. Oh
you
yes.
want to put some more oil on that?
Okay.
What do you say, Chris? Salsa's try from Chris Sutton. Okay.
Man, you paid a small fortune for them wings. That's
You know,
a lot of wings.
we have a discount center that's about 35 minutes away, and they had chicken wings,
Oh yeah.
the
Watch
family
this
size.
snack. Are you
So it
ready?
has 18 whole wings.
Yeah. Per pack.
Yeah. Uh-oh, Cub. What are you
Oh,
doing?
look at her! Look at her!
She's doing
She's
Mardi
doing
Gras.
a rainbow.
Yeah.
Look at that!
Oh.
Ah, it could be
Oh,
marble.
Oh,
Marble.
I know what. I got an idea. See if you
Yeah,
can make
take
a yin
your
and
fork
yang
and run
with
through
a-
Yeah, if we had a toothpick, make little swirls before it's solidified.
Take your fork and only do one side, one edge.
No, you just made me rip my egg off.
Oh, all right.
We just waited a little bit too long. It already started to solidify.
Let's
But
see.
you got enough left to try it again.
I'm gonna.
Tamara's asking what flavor Monster. I know it's called Assault, but what's it taste like?
Who said that?
Tamara.
She's
Oh,
actually got one right now drinking it. Let me see.
it tastes like cola, like Sam's cola.
It's got.
It does. It tastes like an off-name brand Coke or Pepsi.
I
Yeah.
can bring you one.
Oh, you can send one with Rusty. It's got like 76 carbohydrate or sugars in it.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I just took a little taste.
Yeah.
Now, hey, try this. See if you can make, using the purple and the green, make the eggs in the shape of the yin and yang symbol.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right, Carrie. If you're still here, have a great week. We kind of missed some of these.
I think I know the best way to achieve that.
Gotcha, carry on. Pickles. Mandy, yeah, sent you a Pinterest drink. Keto caramel macchiato. Okay. I will check that out.
Huh.
I will
Okay.
check that. We got a sugar-free caramel syrup. It's like what are you doing?
I have an idea.
It's like for Sundays, but it's sugar free,
Yeah.
and it is really good. But I still find that it spikes my blood sugar.
Some of them will. Yeah, some of those syrups will. Uh-oh.
Oh, Rusty.
Uh-oh.
You,
Where's the dog?
I think I saved it though.
Yeah.
Where's
You
the
did.
dog? Dog is about to have some fun.
You just don't have the back that I've got on my Blackstone.
You need to use the other spatula.
That
So
other
you can
spatula is not working as good as
go
we thought it was.
sideways.
I tried. Believe me, it's not working like I wanted to. Tamara, bring me my spatulas.
Yeah.
Damn
He-
kid.
He's saying equipment error.
Yeah. Well, he keeps yelling at me because when he cooks on this flat top because it doesn't have the backsplash.
Yeah.
And I'm like, come on,
Okay.
Pitmaster, you need to be able to cook on everything. Anything and everything.
Go back to the thing. Go back to the thing.
Oh. It's not. How did you do that?
Go ahead, I'll finish this. Go fix it.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Daddy,
there
that-
it
There you go.
went. There it went.
Right. Kent is right. It's all in the wrist.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to tell him.
And the equipment helps.
I think we're making excuses.
Okay.
Oh, so she got up the bottles.
Oh, good idea. Yes. Yes,
These
that
are
might be
easier,
able to
much
be the
easier
way
to
you do it right
Be
there.
precise.
So anyway, what I was talking about was May is melanoma month. So I'm probably going to do a lot of black foods.
Back
Like-
wings.
We'll probably do like chicken wings, like a black chicken wing, a black, doing different black seasonings. I did get in some
That did not work.
activated charcoal. So I'm gonna be mixing that with my Bayou Bear,
Okay, that's
my
Yeah.
homemade rub. But
Yeah.
I think that'll work out pretty good.
Yeah, this one is.
So I'm
Probably too
looking
high.
at a couple like cancer ribbon
Hey, you want
molds
okay.
to do like
Oh.
pancakes or something like that. So
There
I'm
you go.
looking at playing around a little bit to try to, hey, bring awareness to
Yeah.
this
Okay.
crappy
Now, just fill up and
Gotcha.
blessing that I guess you could call it.
I hear you. I understand.
That's good.
Yeah. And you could do the chocolate pancakes and that'll be black.
Yep.
Be careful not to melt it.
You could do
Yep.
blackened chicken.
There you go.
Yep. So I
Look at
got
that. Look at that. She did it.
She got it.
Mm,
Let me see if I can. Let me see. Can I? How do I? There it went.
No.
Whoa, there it was. Well, anyway. Can you see it?
I can.
So it went like full screen on me, so I lost the chat. So I got to figure out what I'm doing here. Show chat. Whoa. So it's not even showing the chat. So let me.
I am a genius.
Cub is
Yeah.
having fun.
You have done.
And here's the best part. I don't eat eggs. So have fun, guys.
Yeah, that's all right. We like
You
it.
have done well. You have done well, my young Padawan.
Yeah. What, you getting ready to steam them?
Yeah, it's not near hot enough yet. I had the burner turned off because the eggs were just burning too quick.
Is that one off?
Hmm?
Is that one off?
No, that one's been on the whole time.
If we're not.
Now, if you can cut circles out of ham and drop it in as the eyes for the yin and yang with the opposite color dye per eye.
Yeah, we got what?
Now
An
we're getting,
excellent cook you will become.
huh?
An excellent cook she will become.
Okay, Dad. Zoom into this. Not really zoom, but like.
I'm trying cocoa powder in your coffee in the make with stevia,
and frosted
cream.
frosted
Oh,
with cream.
okay. Now there's the keto, not the keto twins, the crazy ketos.
Yes, 2 crazy ketos. Yeah.
Yeah, she always puts butter in her coffee.
Yes. Yes.
And I've thought about that
I
because
tried it, and it was okay. It wasn't great.
well, and I was thinking about that, and I was like, well, most of your coffee creamers are oil anyway, or oil based.
True.
So if you're using like margarine, it wouldn't be much different.
But it needs to be real butter for the fat.
Right, right.
It's just a little early morning fat bomb.
Yeah, and I just haven't got to that point yet. I like my coffee black.
Because I really liked it whenever I was really heavy on the keto.
Yeah.
I like the flavor, and I mean, you're right. You know, some people aren't. It's not for everyone. It does have a different taste.
So what I found though, at the auction house last weekend, they had the K cups for sale. I got them for $8 a box, and it was the Hugh Jackman, the Laughing Man.
Oh.
Brand. Now it's a medium roast, but it reminds me of a Starbucks coffee, but not as acidic.
Okay, because that Starbucks coffee is too acidic for me.
Yep. So if I drink a whole Starbucks coffee, it'll upset my stomach.
Same here. My
But
stomach. I'm not a big coffee drinker anyway.
So this is as robust and flavorful, but not as harsh on the gut. So if you're into that, it's kind of like a knockoff Starbucks, but I like it better.
Came out because
I noticed.
That's
So
all right.
I like it a lot better, and I mean, I like my Folgers.
Yeah.
That's my go-to, but for the afternoon where I just
left this one on to finish it.
want a cup or two, I go with that, and it's great.
Okay, I'm going to be trying something new now.
All right, so now I got to figure out how to switch this camera again.
No, I'm trying something new.
I need to switch the camera again.
No, not yet.
Good luck. I can never figure out how to do that.
Will you hand me the oil and the brush thing?
Hey, do y'all have a what is that? United Grocers? Is that what they call it?
No,
No.
we have a KJ's, which I've never been to. Food Lion's really popular, and there's a Lidl's, an Aldi, a Harris Teeter.
Oh wow!
And Walmart and Target. Target's not a super Target, but it's got some groceries.
Right. Even the regular Target started carrying a decent amount of groceries.
Yep.
Now, what? Oh, look at there.
Yeah. Is that from Andy?
So,
Andy, I might be bringing bottles when we come over.
Yeah. The illusion.
Oh, now you're.
How did y'all get out of not having an Ingles?
Is there an Ingles in Columbia?
Because I mean, they're based right there in Asheville, North Carolina. That ain't that far from y'all.
Yeah, we don't have one around here.
Wow, because we got it here in Atlanta. I got one a couple of miles from here.
The only Eagles I know are beach stores.
And I don't.
They sell all the.
They're not down by
tourist
Charleston.
stuff.
Oh yeah.
T-shirts and
Yeah.
sunglasses.
So how far are you from Asheville?
Asheville?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Asheville about 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
that's about the distance here. 3 hours, something like that from here. And we have an Ingles.
Huh. I'm thinking. I think I saw one up because Kay's going to Western Carolina,
Right.
which is there in Callaway, and I think that's Ingles is a store there.
Yeah, we
Huh.
have Ingles here too. I service their computers. The closest one we've got is right down at Kings Mountain.
Ooh. Oh, Kings Mountain.
Kings
Okay.
Mountain.
Okay. Okay. Right there at the state line.
It's only like 30 minutes, 45 minutes tops.
Oh, okay. Man, shopping at Ingles is fun because you can just roam the store and you won't have all kind of crowds of people there.
So if you add cocoa powder, you have to put it inside the coffee filter. So okay, so when you do that, how much are you adding? Like 2 tablespoons of
That's a good
cocoa powder to 6 tablespoons of coffee, or 1 coffee packet? Oh, Jorge's got to go. All right, buddy, have a good one.
Take care, George.
He's getting ready to do a picanha. Ooh.
Ooh. That'll be good.
Picanha or piranha? No, I'm just kidding. That's my
I wonder, man, I hope you're videoing that.
Man, I like that. I like that concha he's got.
Oh, I swear when he put that whole pig on there, I said, "Oh, that thing can't handle that." Sure enough, it handled it, and I was shocked. I was going, "Man, I can't believe it took that whole
I don't know
pig."
what that is, but it's something.
You know,
Like,
Cub, that kind of.
Blend the frog on acid.
I was thinking more along the lines of Nightmare Before Christmas. Like you could do the white and then the black face.
Okay.
Like the black. So if we make black egg whites.
Oh, I have an idea.
Or, yeah, we
I
could use
have
egg whites. Get that liquid,
Can't get under it.
Yeah, it's
the carton of egg whites.
Oh wait, maybe
You know what I'm talking about?
The new spatula.
Go ahead and try.
Scrappy picture.
Oh, she got it.
Good.
Oh, look at that! So endeth the lesson.
I don't even know what that one means.
Man, she even taught Rusty something.
Look at that.
I don't even know what that word means.
What?
The one that he just said.
What? So endeth the lesson.
Yeah.
That's a.
Oh,
yeah, golly.
It'll unfold right.
Oh,
You broke it. You just broke my egg.
man, I thought she was going to spatula slap you.
Oh.
I thought she was going to spatula slap you, man.
Yeah, I did too.
Oh, half a teaspoon's all you need. Okay.
Half a teaspoon.
Half a teaspoon of cocoa powder in your coffee grounds. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
that's if you're doing filtered coffee then.
Yeah. So because the cocoa powder's too fine, it'll go. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I might have to try that because I don't mind a chocolate flavored coffee every now and again. So I wonder, you can probably make, we'll have to try that out. Yep, later, Jorge. They're going to be doing their show tonight, I think, right?
I believe he and Lance are gonna do it. I
Yeah.
love that. I love the title, what they call that.
Yes.
That's great. That's great. I love it.
Yeah, they got a good show going. Sometimes they run a bit long. 8, 9 hours is a bit long for me.
Wow.
Yeah, and they're both great guys.
Yes. And it's harder for me to get on lives in the evening
Same
because
here.
my wife gets off at 5 o'clock, and then that's where I dedicate family time.
Yeah.
So it's like, 5:30. We're trying to figure out what we're doing for dinner, if we're even hungry, and then we're kind of like trying to be in the same room together.
Right.
Even though like she's reading or TikToking, we're just in the same room together, and then
It's a little astronaut.
we try to find things to do in the evening.
You can't
So-
tell me you don't see that. Like, there's the helmet. There's his little arm going. He walking like this. You can't tell me you don't see that.
I've seen aliens.
I am an alien.
I've seen astronauts.
That's an astronaut.
Don't let him. No. Keep the step away from the spatula, Rusty. Step away from the spatula.
Get your alien off.
It's not an alien. It's an astronaut.
There, now you can see it a little bit better, I think.
Yeah, it does look like it. Oh, you need some of those tongs like I use, with those the little tweezer tongs.
No, well, he's got the tweezers.
Yeah.
I've got a set of tweezers that
He did not survive Area 51. He is dead.
I got a set of tweezers off Amazon a couple years ago that I bought for our competition boxes.
Mm-hmm.
So we could, try to move, because when you do your competition box, you want to make this thing look like a piece of art. Like, so you have to kind of place pieces of pulled pork in certain ways.
Right.
And so I got these tweezers to help do that, because otherwise you get your big fat fingers and trying to do, maneuver pulled pork, which, as you know, is not easy to make it look right, so you don't want anything looking like a hot mess that just got out of bed,
Oh, yeah.
What is that?
She just has some eggs she has to use up. She's
Yeah.
playing.
I made a duck.
A duck?
A duck. I see the duck.
I'm going to have to zoom in on this
You
one.
still got green?
It's a little flying duck.
It's a
Maybe
flying-
a baby Yoda head with a dog body.
You still got green left? Make a Grinch.
Look, it has a nose.
Now you see the duck. Now you can tell the duck.
Now you can see the duck.
Yeah.
There. Is that better?
See, my duck looks like that.
Wow, you just quacked me up.
There.
Dad, you can't tell me you don't see a duck. Rusty, stop shaking your
I
head.
kind of do. I kind of
It's
do.
a duck.
Where's the beak?
That's the beak.
But the bottom wing foot thing is what's off. Not that one, the other one. Yeah.
That's his little leg. His little leg.
It's a duckling.
It looks like he has elephantitis of the.
Ah,
Hey yo. This is a family channel, so.
I know, and you're drawing inappropriate elephantitis things on ducks.
No, I just drew a duck. Okay, wait.
That duck's in the middle of laying an egg, or as we would like to call it, taking the Browns to the Super Bowl.
look at their Bengals fan making a Browns reference.
Oh man, we do that stuff all the time.
Okay, so now I added a horn.
So now it's a horned duck with elephantitis.
Yes. I'm naming it Hermit.
It's time to take Hermit and flip him.
Okay.
Oh boy. So Mike, go ahead and tell us about your guys' show.
Okay.
Because I reference it. I try to reference it every week, but
Yeah. Well, I do it with Tom Garvey. His channel is Tom Garvey, the Keto Cook. My channel is Ketorific Journey with Mike, but just searching Keto Mike will get you there. And we try to record it and play it. We do it and it air for it to air on Wednesday at 6 o'clock Eastern time. And basically, most of the time we talk about keto. And we've been bringing guests up that, and they tell about their story and their how they got it into keto, what their success has been, and things like that. Now we're also but we're not strictly keto. We do talk just generalized cooking, generalized eating, and references to other stuff. And
it's not
we're bringing up. We'll have a guest on this week, and we're recording it later today. It'll be Drunken Chef.
Okay.
And it'll air Wednesday evening at 6 this week, and that's Eastern time. So if you're living in one of the other time zones, make the adjustment. But yeah, that's Chef doesn't do keto, but he does do barbecue and grilling and that kind of stuff. So and there is a difference between barbecue and grilling.
Yep.
But it's basically just sitting there talking, chewing the fat, and discussing different topics regarding cooking and life and eating and that kind of stuff. And when we can't get a guest to where we can't work a time out for recording, we'll do it live, or sometimes it'll just be me and Tom. But like this past week, we had Alan from Alan's Awesome Keto World on there. And if you hadn't checked out his channel, folks, I encourage you to go do it because Alan's great. He's very good at if you like the keto diet or have any interest in it, he's got a lot of keto stuff on his channel.
Yep, I found him through you guys and the Keto Cafe.
Oh yeah. Ron's Keto Cafe. Ron. Oh, now that man right there has lost some weight.
Yes, and it's impressive. It really is.
Yes, yeah. And people think, "Oh, I'm not going to eat keto." Well, in a lot of ways, you already do. So don't go saying I'm not going to eat keto because in a lot of ways, a lot of people already do. They just add a few extra things in there that aren't keto, like the bread and such as that. If you eat the way you normally do and you take away the starchy stuff, you're eating keto.
Yep. Meat, vegetables, and you take out the processed sugars.
Right.
And yeah, it's keto. But
exactly.
you don't have to like take it completely away, but limit, cut back.
Right. And people say, well, what's a keto? Tell me keto food. I want to know what the keto foods are. I said, there is no such thing as a keto food. There's food. There's food, but you got to decide how you're going to get your carbohydrates. And that's what you're adjusting. It's not necessarily that's keto food. This is a keto food. This is a keto food type of thing. It's, you have high starch or high sugar and you have stuff that's not. And you pick where you're going to get your carbs.
And the thing that I really like about you guys' show is everybody's doing it differently. There's no, there doesn't have to be a label of strict keto, dirty keto, kind of keto, anything like that. It's just, you guys are just talking about, this is the lifestyle that we chose, which falls under the category of keto, but I was on there and I'm not strict keto.
Right.
I had popcorn last night.
There you go.
So it's like.
And we do not, some folks that do the keto police. They you can't, no, that's not keto. You can't do it. I say, do you. Whatever works for you. And Tom's got the same philosophy. Do you. You can draw from how all these other folks do it to make how you're going to do it. But eventually you're going to make it the way you want it to do, because if you don't, it's not going to work for you.
In the health benefits aside, like, we talked, not only do you feel better, your inflammation, you lose weight, whatever,
right, your
mental clarity steps up, but like you make a lot of stuff for your wife.
Right.
And because it's just you guys. And if she doesn't like it, she makes her own stuff, right?
Well, no, rarely she makes her own. Usually I do it. I do almost all the cooking here because at one time she could really cook, and she still can as long as it doesn't get too complicated, because she forgets, did I add this? Did I add that? And because of her Alzheimer's. And so, she's afraid she'll mess up. But if I but help her to remember while she's cooking, you already added that, you already added this, that kind of thing, then it works well. She really can cook. Her meatloaf, oh dear Lord, even the keto meatloaf she makes puts mine to shame.
Well, that's what I was kind of getting at. Was like she doesn't. If she wants something different, she'll tell you.
Yes. Oh yeah. She'll say, oh, I'll ask her, say, hey, what do you want to eat tonight? And she'll tell me or say, surprise me, you know.
But like the hidden benefits in eating cleaner the way you guys are
Uh-huh.
helps her out in her
Oh
condition
yeah. Oh yeah.
so much more than probably what you realize. Morning, Uncle Steve.
Hey, Uncle Steve.
Hey, Steve.
You know,
at
and
my
that's
house, whenever I was preparing keto food, mainly for me and Teresa, Tamara, she wasn't. No, I ain't gonna say she didn't care, but she's a whole lot more open to trying new foods than Tommy is.
Yep.
Whenever I was making something for us for dinner, if I said I'm making us a keto this or a keto that, he automatically would turn his nose up because the word keto is in it.
Yep.
But if I say
Yeah.
I'm making spaghetti tonight, but I'm using a spaghetti squash instead of pasta, he would try it because I didn't say this is a keto spaghetti.
Yep.
Right.
And he's tried several things that if I would have used the word keto, he never would have even thought about trying. And I mean, like spaghetti squash, for instance, again, that's something me and my wife, we really like. Tommy, not so much. But he's in his young 20s. He's used to having, if I got spaghetti, there's pasta and there's sauce and meatballs and cheese and garlic bread. And his idea of spaghetti and our idea of a different version of spaghetti don't coincide with each other at all.
No, I get it. And I make food and take it to my mother-in-law sometimes. She lives in a retirement home. And I've done this for a year or two now with her, even before she moved to the retirement home. And it'll be stuff that's keto. And she'll eat it and say, you know what? This keto food's not bad. And I said, it's.
Well, I made that lasagna. I sent you a picture.
Oh,
and,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was a small Dutch oven lasagna, and I used the palmito noodles.
Right.
My wife didn't like it. She said it tasted fine, but the texture was off.
That is the biggest problem that a lot of people have is the texture. It doesn't. They can't handle some of it. Right.
It's that undercooked, like just before al dente.
Right. Exactly.
It's like 2 minutes before al dente.
Exactly.
That's the texture of the palmito noodles. And she's like, I don't like it. I was like, well, it's a good thing I only made a small batch because I'm eating the heck out of this thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've taken her, where I've used the egg life wraps as the noodles in the lasagna, I've taken it to her and she'll say, this is delicious. And because that's the thing about an egg life noodle. By itself, ain't a whole lot of flavor.
Yeah.
You zhuzh it up with stuff or put it in stuff, it'll absorb that flavor and just make it its own. And because it's very user friendly when it comes to that.
I found a pack of egg life wraps at Sam's Club one time.
Yeah.
And I picked it up and I was like, all right, let's try these out. And we made an enchilada stack with them. That was not good. I mean, we ate it, but there was it wasn't noodles, or I mean, not noodles. It wasn't the tortilla replacement. So
right.
It was okay, but it wasn't something to try again.
That's what I tell people. I said, if you're looking for a perfect replacement that's going to taste exactly like what you had, you're going to be disappointed every time.
Yeah.
What you want to try and find is something that will be where you can make it low carb and still be something that you can stand to eat. Because it's, you got the texture, sometimes that's hard to get past, but it's as long as it's something that makes it a presentable facsimile of what you've been eating, you're good. You're good. Where'd Lee go? What happened to that camera? Oh, and it got muted. Uh-oh. Well, folks, welcome to the Mike Show. Oh. So, Honey Badger, I started with, shopping only the outer aisles. There you go. There you go. The center aisles, that's where the problems are with the bread and things like that. About the only thing I get off the center aisle is having the canned green beans sometimes, and it's just going to be green beans in it, nothing else.
There, you back?
I'm back. I'm here. I turned it into my show.
Yeah, Cub hit a button and cut the main camera off.
Uh-oh.
So, but
And making her own bread. Okay, Honey Badger makes her own bread. Makes their own bread. They make their own bread once a month.
wow.
Now, if you want to see Alan over at Alan's also in Keto World, he makes a protein sparing modified fast bread using egg whites and egg white powder. And I'm telling you, he makes it look really good. And he says he and his wife both love it. She's not keto, but she eats it. And I tried making it one time, and man, it fell like a flattened pound cake.
So
and
like
I haven't gone back to it yet. I need to try it again because see if I'm sure I did something wrong and I didn't let it cool enough in the oven or something.
well, I'm a lazy guy, so I'll go get that Arnold bread every now and again and pay the $6 a loaf, and that's when I really want bread. The Arnold keto bread, and it's good. I like it.
Well, you know what my wife has gotten to where she likes to eat, and for when she wants a sandwich, we use. She likes those 0 carb street tacos.
Yep, I eat those all the time.
I can make her a sandwich out of that. Grill it, put it in the toaster or something. I can make her a sandwich. Doing that. I did her a grilled ham and cheese sandwich with that, and it was good.
You just did where you put the soft taco shells in the toaster.
Yep. Those were the street tacos.
Yeah,
those were those 0 carb street tacos.
And I watched that, and I was like, I was this age when I discovered this. Like that TikTok thing. He took the tortillas, folded it in half, stuck it in the toaster upright, so it was folded down in there. Hit the button, and when it popped up, you had a taco shell. I was like,
it works like a champ.
Where's that been all my life?
I was amazed. I was just sitting around and I looked at it and I said, we were on vacation down in Florida a couple of weeks ago, and I was holding it and I said, oh, they had a toaster. So we didn't have a toaster, and I bought a toaster since then. And I said, you know what? I wonder what would happen if I toast this. So I put it in just regular in there and toasted it. Came out great. Worked like a champ.
Yeah.
And then I said, if I can do that, why can't I make a taco shell? So I folded it and put it in there, and I said, son of a gun, it made a taco shell. Also, it doubles as a hamburger bun, or a hot dog bun, rather.
Oh, yeah.
And I was amazed at it. But there's a story behind the toaster. We had a toaster before we went keto. And my wife, one day I came home and I was going to make a sandwich just using the bread, and I liked it on toast. And I went to put the bread in the toaster, and the toaster wasn't there. And this was 6-7 years ago, and before we went keto. And I said, what the heck? Where'd the toaster go? Oh, I gave it to Goodwill because we have a toaster oven. I said, they ain't the same thing.
Yeah.
I got a funny story about a toaster. I saw a video where somebody had made a grilled cheese and put the bread together and put the cheese in the middle and put that in the toaster.
I saw
Yeah.
that too. I want to do
Then
that.
I was thinking, well, if I do that, the cheese is going to melt and go inside the toaster. So I picked up my toaster, set it sideways so that it wouldn't do that.
Oh,
And
that's a good idea.
that's whenever my brain, the first time I realized I was that old, when there was a crumb tray in the bottom of the toaster that you pull out and throw out, and I made the biggest mess in the kitchen. I did not know that. I didn't know that it had a crumb tray.
Oh Lordy, that's funny. That's funny, man. But you know, you can actually. I do believe you could probably. I haven't seen a video on it. I'm sure there's plenty of them out there, but I've never seen one. You can take the regular size burrito size tortillas, or the fajita size tortillas, or even the quesadilla tortillas size, and make you a wrap, fold it up, and stick it in the toaster and put it down in there, and I guarantee you it'll toast it just fine and dandy.
Yeah.
Huh.
But that's one thing. This big quesadillas, because they're so easy to make.
Right.
My son, and I say in the last 2 months or so, he has got on a quesadilla kick because he can go straight to the stove, turn it on, put the tortilla down there, and I know for 2 or 3 weeks he was making quesadillas every single day because it was something that he could do.
And
And now this week, we've had tacos last night and 3 nights ago, twice this week, because he could get because we get our hamburgers like 3-pound logs, and he can make a whole batch of taco meat. And because he realized he can do it and doesn't need help, we've had tacos twice this week because it's something simple for him to make.
yeah.
Yeah.
And my daughter, her husband, he doesn't like regular taco shells. All he likes is the soft tortillas.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have a bunch of those at the house. So Tommy will grab those, throw them in the skillet, and he's got his quesadillas ready to go.
There you go.
That was a big thing that after cancer, that during the treatments and stuff, that's a big thing that we ate. We had quesadillas all the time, just because it was quick.
Quick and easy.
And put some pepperoni in there, put some pimento cheese, fold it in half. We called it redneck tacos. And
But the way I taught Tommy to do it is we get a package of the Old El Paso taco seasoning or whatever I have in the cabinet.
Yep.
Put a little bit of that, say a tablespoon in a little bowl, and a little bit of water, and we mix it up. Use one of my silicone brushes, brush the tortilla.
Yep.
Flip it in the skillet. Whenever we flip it, brush the other side, gives it a little bit of a taco flavor. Then he would put in his cheese, the beef, the chicken, whatever he's eating.
South Texas Red.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I don't have any of that. I need to get some.
That or the smoke bomb. You do the South Texas Red on the one side and the smoke bomb on the other.
Yeah, his favorite one that I've got in the cabinet, he uses church seasoning, voodoo, the holy voodoo, and he really likes that one. And then I've got the meat church fajita seasoning.
Yeah, the voodoo,
really
I think, is a saltier version of my Bayou Bear.
Lep's in the house.
What's up, Lep?
Oh,
but whenever I showed Tommy that, he went for weeks just making quesadillas after quesadillas. He really liked, and that's one thing about him. Whenever he finds that he can do something, he does it a lot until he gets tired of it.
That's me with queso.
Thanks, James.
Wow.
We are.
We're what, an hour and 40 minutes?
Now I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna give y'all a little hint on something. If you go to Walmart, it's in the frozen food section. If you don't mind eating if you want to do the regular bread, I'm trying to get back away from even doing the keto bread. They have something called Extraordinary Bites. It's a frozen bread, and it's a loaf. And you can buy it sandwich style, or you can get the Texas toast. They have a Texas toast one too. And that Texas toast will make one of the best French toast you have ever had.
Huh.
It will do great. And if you take it and create your mixture, your French toast mixture, and then you cut up the bread into you can do cubes or you can just do sticks, either one, and then soak it and put it in the air fryer and run it in there. I forget the time now, but it's like 400 degrees for like 2 or 3 minutes, something like that. If I remember right, I might be wrong on the time, but it will turn into a French toast stick or French toast bites, and it just be fantastic. Great for dipping like a French toast stick.
We'll have to try that.
Yeah, we've been using our air fryer a lot more lately, just because he's been having issues with the grease affecting his stomach, and so now, I mean, he's got no problem at all. He'll get the fries out, spray them with my oil mister, go straight to the air fryer. Whereas he always would plug in the deep fat fryer, and that's the way he always did it. And so now he has no problem at all. So he's even liking the ease. And the only thing is, whenever he under the mentality, whenever you put it on fries, the timer that it says it's ready to go. And I'm having to explain to him how, especially we got the Emerald Lagasse 360 French door air fryer.
Yeah.
And you got to preheat it before you use it.
You do.
So going through getting him to get that in his mind, and okay, I need to preheat this for 4 minutes. Then I can hit the fries and set the timer, and everything will be good. And he's so used to standing at the basket and shaking it, he's thinking that he needs to open the doors, get the tray out, and shake the fries. And I'm telling him, no, the heat
Not on that one.
around it. You don't have to do that.
Yeah.
And explaining that to him, but he's even getting to where he likes using the air fryer.
I love my air fryer.
See, because it has the rotisserie attachment. Yesterday, he was hungry, and I said, go grab, because I got Food Lion had these marinated pork tenderloins on clearance. And so I picked up 4 of them. Mark down.
Clearance pork tenderloin sounds bad.
But I picked up 4 of them. And I'm sitting here yesterday, showed him how to put it on the spit, tighten the forks down, and put it in. And he made his first pork tenderloin by himself yesterday. And it took 30 minutes, and he ate the whole thing. He did let me and Tamara take a bite, but he ate the whole thing by himself.
He consented to a bite. Oh,
Hey, he's get more involved in cooking.
So James, let me touch on this real quick. Tomorrow morning is my first set of scans.
Is it Monday or is it Tuesday?
It's Monday.
Monday.
Okay. It's my first set of scans since we went to surveillance mode. And then Tuesday is the appointment when we're going to get the scans read.
I knew there was something on Tuesday.
Yeah. So
and Tuesday my next checkup also.
The scan anxiety has been pretty high this last week. So
yeah, I bet it has.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna be saying prayers.
That's the update on that. So I've been trying to slack off the continuous glucose meter that I got, the freestyle. I was checking it 18, 19 times a day, trying to keep my numbers level and eating towards that. And then I'm finding that I was creating more anxiety around that, trying not to have more sugar around in me, because cancer likes sugar, and so trying to get my mentality right. The mental game's been just shy of a nightmare this last 2 weeks. So hopefully, Lord willing, we will we'll have good news this week, and next week we'll be doing some sort of celebration.
There you go.
I don't know. I haven't thought that far yet. I haven't got past Monday.
Yeah.
But so we'll be recording we'll do the scans Monday morning. The wife and I will record our podcast Monday night, and then I'll find everything out Tuesday afternoon. So
Where's your podcast?
we have it on right now Anchor,
Okay.
Anchor FM, or on Spotify.
I watch it on Spotify.
Hey, send me a link to it so I can find it.
Okay.
Now, if I'm
Okay.
caught up, I've seen
I
it
usually post it on our on Facebook,
Okay.
on my Facebook page. I don't know why I haven't put it anywhere else, but I probably should.
But I finally got caught up with the last episode, 12?
Yeah, we're getting ready to do episode 13.
Yeah, because I got caught up with the last of them, this week or last week, whatever. I think Thursday.
Yep, it's called Black Ribbon Warrior,
Okay.
and it's been good therapy for me and the wife.
That's good.
Therapy. It's amazing to see how much I was not aware of.
And the same with me. I mean, I've been with you through the whole process, but I've been going through it 3 miles down the road at my house.
Right, because we were also in COVID time where...
And I haven't been, I say for the first year, we probably only saw each other a handful of, I say 5 or 6 times.
we talked on the phone.
We
maybe.
talked, right,
Yeah.
but I mean me physically being here.
Yep.
And, not seeing you physically go through this, just, talking to you, checking in, and you telling me. And sitting at home listening to the podcast, I'm finding out a whole lot of stuff that I didn't even realize.
Wow.
And I'm a guy, so I'm going to downplay everything.
Oh, you did.
Yeah.
You
definitely did.
And so it's like, oh, yeah, you're getting your brain worked on. They're going to cut your head open and dig into your brain. And I was like, yeah, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
I'll be back to work in a week, kind of thing. It's like,
I
no,
remember that conversation.
no, you're screwed.
Doctor wrote me out of work for a couple weeks, but I'll be fine after that.
Yeah.
No.
And it was like, if the doctor sneezed, it could have been terrible, so, but that's been a good thing that we've decided to do. And, the journey, it continues. I just had to go through life insurance policy.
That was nice.
BS, because after you're off on short term for so long, and then my company doesn't give me long term.
Yeah.
So after like 6 months, they say, okay, you're still in the system as an employee, but you have no return to work date. We need a definitive date when you're coming back to work. Well, I'm still not able to drive. I have trouble driving at night. And highway driving is very, 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 very limited. And so, yeah, that's not happening. So they after 6 months, they are allowed to terminate, separate. I forget the term that they actually used, but you basically separate from the company. You're not coming back anytime soon. They don't need to keep you on the roster anymore.
Yep.
So I was like, okay. Well, when that happened, we had to go through the health insurance stuff because it doesn't roll over and you start paying Cobra. You have to request that still goes on, and then make the changes to your policy to where it's not what you were paying for the whole family broken out into 4 paychecks a month.
Right.
You get one lump sum check a bill basically that you got to pay. And so then we had to change it around to where we got rid of it's just me now to make it affordable. Well, once this come through, then, your life insurance. Well, who thinks about that? Your life insurance policy that you just had while you were employed and had for 20 years, you don't have anymore. So you have to go through, and the policy that I had dropped by 2/3 of what the payout should have been, and I'm paying more per month because I'm not a part of the company anymore.
So you don't get the company discount.
Right. The other option was you pay less, you pay less for the same amount of coverage that the 2/3 rate coverage, and then it's only good for 18 months. I said, why is that even good? Why are you sending me that? So that was a 2-day, 3-day process. Being on the phone with guys in India with an accent so thick that I mean, it was like they were talking through one of Tom's sauces. I mean, it was thick, and I can't understand him. And I'm like, just send me paperwork. And so my wife she sat down there with me, and I looked at her and said, I can't understand what this guy's saying. And I had to get up and leave, walk away a couple times. But it was a mess. But that's something that you don't ever think about because you're covered under the company, and then what happens after that?
I have when I get routed to India with folks, I'll tell them, say, hey, I want to talk to someone in the United States, and they will connect you to someone when you ask.
Well, and they may be based in Utah, but this guy's accent was so thick that I couldn't understand his English.
Yep.
And it was a broken English to begin with. But
the other day, when I came over here and brought 2 monitors for Tanya's computers upstairs, and I dropped them off, and then I asked Nolan, I said, where's your dad? She said, he's still on the phone with insurance people. And so that's why I didn't say hi to him or nothing. I just dropped the stuff off and I left. But she said, no, he's still on the phone with them.
And I was fit to be tied then too, because I don't, in my lifetime, I've not had to deal with insurance. When I got married, that's the wife's duty. she handles all that stuff. Yeah. And fortunately for me that the cancer and stuff didn't happen to her, because then I would have had to deal with it all. I mean, this is just a nightmare for me. Like, I would rather stub my toe in the middle of the night and then as I'm dancing around, step into a mousetrap.
Yeah.
I would rather do that than deal with insurance. That's me.
I'm the other way on that. My wife, she was the insurance person. She knew all about that. We have insurance I'm retired from the state of Georgia. I worked for the state of Georgia for 32 years. And before I took another job after I retired, and worked for several more years after that. And I get the insurance through that. And it's I got good insurance, and because of that. And she's always handled the insurance because she knew how to do it. She worked for doctors' offices and dealt with that all the time, and she understood it. Now I have to do it, and boy, oh boy, is it a big learning curve.
Yes, to say the least.
That's one of the things Teresa and I were talking about back in December whenever I had my stroke. And after I was in a hospital for a few days, whenever I got back. And one of the questions they asked us while we were at the hospital was, do you have a living will? Do you have this and that? And we got home, and I mean, being my age, my health condition, Teresa and I sat down and we said, look, this is something we really need to talk about now. It's getting to that time. And we sat down and started talking. Like, I do everything at the house. I mean, I pay all of the bills online with all of the apps, the mortgage, credit cards, loan payments. I mean, I do everything. And I asked her, I said, if you had to do this, you don't even know how. You don't have the apps on your phone. You don't have the passwords, and you don't know the schedule and know when this stuff is due. And we actually had to sit down and start going through all of this stuff. And now we're at the point now where I think I need to just turn it all over to her
It's
so
about to
that
die.
she
I'm
can
at 1%.
start practicing at this and get used to it. Because if something happens to me, she's going to be stuck with it and be totally lost. And so that's what we're thinking about doing now.
Oh, zoom it out. Why are
Yeah,
you so close?
So my phone, so this camera is on my phone, and it's about to die. I'm at 1%.
Uh-oh.
So I'm
That
changing.
1% be
So I'm changing.
We have been going for almost 2 hours.
Yeah, this is one of the longer ones. So,
but it's one of the good ones.
yeah,
Well,
just cut out. So,
when my wife had to have a pacemaker put in back in October, and we're at St. Joseph's Hospital up here in Sandy Springs, and they said, "Do y'all have an advance directive?" I said, "Yes, we do." Then they said, "Do you have a copy of it with you?" I said, "Who carries a copy of it with them?"
Really?
I mean, and
some of the
and she
questions
said,
they ask you is so stupid,
"Yeah,
and you're like, "Who in the hell?" Really?
exactly. I'm like, she said, "Well, what's it say?" It says, standard wording for the advance directive. If I get to make the choices for her, and if I'm incapacitated, our children do.
Yep. So,
it's maddening.
yep. So let's end on a high note.
There you go.
I had a great time this morning.
I did too. This has been fun.
Yep. So you are more than welcome anytime.
Next
All
week,
right.
we're doing pancake art. I'm decided.
Okay, so next week we're doing pancake art.
And
That'll
I
be
will
fun.
And guess, and then you guys can guess what animal it is because I'm doing animals.
We could probably get out the cookie cutters and you
No.
could just.
No, that's not fun.
She wants to freehand.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna
Hey,
put the pancake
I admire the enthusiasm.
All right. Sweet. Well, then we will go ahead and get out of here, and
Thanks for inviting me.
we will do this again next week.
Well, thanks for coming and joining us this morning.
Yeah, I had a blast.
I did too.
So, and you guys were talking about doing live cooks. It's kind of how it goes.
I want to do one. I just hadn't. I do everything on my phone, so it's hard to figure out. I don't know how I can work the chat and do the cook at the same time.
That would be hard.
It's easier to have somebody read the chat.
Yeah.
I've done it where I was completely like zoned out because my wife wouldn't come out and help me, and it's very hard.
I've done it when you guys were gone. I tried to do it, and I was just a trainer.
Yeah. So the chat usually just goes by the wayside, and you kind of look at it and you read a little bit, and then you just kind of do your thing.
Well, Tom and I were talking about that. We're like, for instance, he does the live. He's doing the cooking, and the camera's on him, and then I'm in there with him, and I'm in picture like I am now, and I basically ask him questions, and he answers them.
Yep.
And I work the chat while he does that, and I'll be narrating what he's doing, and kind of like the Iron Chef approach to things.
Okay.
Where they have Alton Brown and such. He's narrating with it, and so it'd be that kind of approach. We've talked about doing that, and I think we may end up trying that. It's just a question of when.
Okay. Yeah. So was it Grilling and Chilling with Mojo? He does a live where he's doing the cooking and he has somebody else come in and moderate.
Right.
They run the chat and then he kind of looks back and tries to keep up with it, but sometimes they go off on some alien stuff. But but yeah,
hey,
Tom, we're fixing to get out of here, buddy. It's been a great chat.
I look at it this way: I believe in aliens. I believe in life being out there somewhere. I mean, if there's not life out there, it'd be a terrible waste of space.
I got the tattoo to prove it.
There you go.
My alien.
That is not an alien.
Ah,
So, all right. Well, you all send us out of here.
All right. And there's
That
the
camera.
Okay.
It's like the on the what is it? The Hot Wing Challenge. Go to that camera. No, not that one. This one. This
one.
camera right here.
Okay, Dad.
Yeah.
You ready?
Let's do it.
Okay, guys. Thank you for watching. There's Tools and Cooking. Did you have fun? Did it taste good? Rock on. You guys are awesome. We'll see you guys next week and stay safe.
Have a great week, guys.
Have a
Take
great
care. Take care.
week. We end the broadcast.
Thank you